told everyone how dangerous this fight was, and didn't expect, probably in my heart of hearts, that Dimitri Bivol would win, but knew that he was an outstanding elite fighter. And tonight he got it perfectly right, boxed the absolute perfect fight, and fully deserved the victory. I know some people felt it was a close fight, but I just felt that he was the better fighter on the night. Beautiful defence. Arm will be sore tomorrow, but took so much on the gloves, boxed beautifully offensively, used his footwork great. His engine was incredible, hardly looked like he broke a sweat. And early on in the fight, you felt that the power of Sal would catch up with Dimitri Bivol, but his defence was outstanding, and he just boxed the perfect fight to beat Canelo.
Even the head.
He looks
like Triple J.
Over you, and I was quiet.
I imagine that's the same kind of look that people have on their faces when they have to go to the emergency room to get something removed from their ass.
Like a toilet brush or something. I seen a guy on the telly once, Matt, he done that. He shoved a toilet brush up his ass. He said he slipped in the shower, out of the shower, and fell on top of it. It sounds pretty plausible to me. What do you think?
Sure. Let's go with that. I truly fear for the person who can get an unlubricated.
Fucking move on, be fucked with you. Come on, the fuck. Fucking middle of the night. Fuck's sake.
Oh, I've got to get up at 5 and it's my own fault too.
That gets you up.
You're the one who took us down that dark tunnel, Steve.
Mind yourself in the shower in the morning.
It was some dark tunnel. Shout out to this guy. I left a message last week on the chat, LCFC1884. He says, boys, you missed an absolute corker. When the quote said no pun intended, it should have said no punch intended, because she's never landed one in her life. Love the show. He then added, by the way, Drayton Manor is a complete waste of money. Rides are well outdated. Forget the Drayton Manor bit. I meant to send that to my auntie's cousin, but the boxing bit stuck.
Was that you that wrote everything okay at home, pal?
Yeah, that was me. Oh, dear.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fair play to him. I don't know
Drayton Manor sounds like he could be an opponent for Saul Farrer, doesn't he?
Aye.
Up against Alton Towers, good old Drayton Manor Park. Been there many times. Ryan Garcia was tweeting out during the weekend. He said, I was running and an insect flew right in the back of my throat. Literally stopped trying to make myself throw up and it didn't come out. Hopefully it's not eating my insides. Maybe good protein, I hope. Mick Shoes nominated him there. Is this an excuse coming up ahead of his next fight?
Yeah, just interesting that he's swallowing flies for protein purposes. I'm sure he can get his protein from elsewhere, to be honest with you.
So he probably does as well.
Yeah, probably.
Judging by his Twitter feed, that's the least of the things he needs to worry about going down the back of his throat, I think.
I tell you what, he walked back that Canelo comment last week pretty quick, didn't he? No? I think he was slagging off Canelo after he took that L last week, and then all of a sudden they deleted it. So
he said I was salty, forgive me, or something. Canelo took shots at me first.
What was the video during the week there? What was the video? You know, they showed a video during the week. It was total fucking pish.
It was the one where he has like, there's this like social media trend, isn't it, with them and Jake Paul and all, where they like hold up their arms behind their head to take a body shot off of like a pro fighter. And it had some old man, I don't know who the fuck it was, in his garden, and your man puts his arms around his head, then Garcia like flattens with a body shot, and then did a victory lap around his little pool out in his back garden. It was fucking crying, right, man. The pool was just full of his tears as well. It wasn't a real pool. It was just, he just cries into it.
So really, we've got to hope that insect is, or whatever it was, it flew down his throat, is actually eating his insides, hopefully. So maybe just wind them up and tell him that, actually.
Dean White about to become Dean Garcia and fucking throw that one in the logbook of excuses. That
Big A says the insect's name was Oscar. Here's Eddie, Matty. He says, we'll just sign Gervonta Davis. That'll be quite funny. It would be pretty funny because it's never going to happen.
Well, if he doesn't get on to
fucking
the zone, there's going to be no fights for him. Gervonta, so fucking make the right move, pal.
Aye.
Yeah, I think that move would result in Gervonta Davis moving up to 147 pounds and getting knocked out by somebody he shouldn't, and and then Eddie having a similar reaction to the one that we just saw earlier.
I tell you what, he better deliver on it by because it'll be quite funny if he doesn't fucking get him signed, eh? Even Ed.
I know one
He's not
person.
signing with Eddie, man. The Tank.
No chance, never.
You know, Tank Davis is a close personal friend of mine.
Can you imagine Eddie Hearn walking about the main streets of Baltimore? Holy shit, man. Oh, man, it's coming. Holy shit.
I couldn't, but I'd like to see it, Andy.
Oh, no, that's what I was thinking.
I would love to see, what's that female again in there who cut about with the fucking nail gun? It'd be a shame if Eddie kind of walked into one of those.
Snoop from the
It'd
way.
be a shame if Eddie could maybe get caught in the fucking flying nail or something like that, you know? Either Ed.
One person he might feed to Gervonta Davis. Could you imagine? Is this chap Campbell Hatton?
The thing is, the Bond villains are going to love that him getting cast in that role because nobody like fucking knock any cunt out.
What you got to understand here, Steve, is that there's a great storyline to this fight. It is revenge for Ricky over Floyd. Campbell taking on fucking Floyd's protege and beating him at fucking the city of Manchester Stadium. Let's do it.
He'd do it too. He'd do it, man. He would. He'd serve up a body, Eddie. He's been had a mare this week. Dominic Henry putting up this one, Andy. Eddie Hearn. I slid into Vadim, KT, and Bivol's DMs nearly 5 years ago. I would like to talk with you about Bivol. He protesteth too much, I think.
Oh, it does, mate. What did Bivol say to him last week? Eddie, I'm sorry I destroy your plans. Get him fucking up, you cunt.
Bivol is brilliant, by the way, isn't he? We didn't know. Did anyone see the fucking clip of him where he points to Canelo after the fight? He points to his arms and he just gives him the little no.
No. You want Betty? I A side. I come down 160.
I'm loving Bivol, you know. He's a character, isn't he?
Yeah. Good lad, Bivol.
He seems to have that wee bit of
we said that ages ago about Bivol, didn't we, on the pod? We're going back as far as 2016 about Bivol on the pod. We've always said it.
It's fun.
Here's one for you, Andy. Juan Torres, right back on the May the 27th against Ron Guerrero for the ABO Intercontinental Jaguar title in Harlingen, Texas.
And the ABF Heavyweight Championship fight. What's that?
I didn't think that was a fight poster. I thought it was like the thumbnail for a Porky video.
I tell you what, Steve, see the guy Guerrero. He had a stroke. Looks like the left side of his face. Looks like he's fucking drooping.
Yeah, it looks like he's forgot to shave or something. I don't know what's going on there, man.
That belt though, man, that's what it's all about.
They're raising money.
Belt.
They're raising money for Bell's palsy research.
Vengeance. It's called Vengeance, Matty. I wonder who they're having vengeance on. That's the question.
Fucking the handsome people?
Maybe. Ricky El Tornado Alvarez is there as well. So is Rafael Murphy.
Rafael Murphy looks like he's seen better days as well. There's a few of them.
Better decades.
Intercontinental Jaguar Heavyweight title.
It's not
a lot going on there.
Hang on. Look at the Friday, May the 27th. Look at the Friday, May the 27th bit. I think that this has been rescheduled. I don't think that 27. That's covering up another date. Look.
What's a Friday?
You're trying to suggest, Steve, that ticket sales might be slow for the Intercontinental Jaguar title.
The thing is, tickets only start at $25, Rob. I mean,
$25. Fucking hell. See a Premier League match for that, wouldn't you? Fuck's sake.
Okay, you BT Sports for a month for that. But I just noticed that date. It's obviously covering up on the old previous date. Fucking poverty, man, isn't it? Pure poverty.
I don't know. I'd have me suspicions this might be a giant money laundering event. I don't know.
Just need your mate, Rob, your man, Mr. Low Kicks. That's one of his posters, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think you just need Bitcoin Rodney and fucking Repo Rick now to fucking MC proceedings here to get the party started. Vengeance, look at them.
Right,
the font on Vengeance looks like one of them fucking 1980s fucking action movies, don't it? Like, which is it's not quite Rambo. It just has a fella with a Rambo headband. Vengeance. This is not Rambo.
Yeah.
He killed his brother.
When all other options have been exhausted, we bring in the E-Team.
Starring Raphael Murphy.
Jermall Charlo. I have different type of power when I punch. Hagler, Hearns put together. You nominated that, Matty. Why on earth did you nominate that?
Man.
That reminds me. Sorry.
Motherfucker just used to shut up, dude. You just used to shut up.
the guy Outman, you know Outman.
Oh, yeah.
The wee racist.
The head of the LDBC. He's apart from drawing pictures of himself, portraits of himself with Malcolm X in his stomach, by the way, it's a weird fucking skeleton he's drawn at the moment to show what he's made of. He put up a picture of Mel Charlo last night and said, the Marvin Hagler of my generation. Marvin Hagler. What the fuck? Have you ever seen Marvin Hagler fight out, man? Fuck's sake. Marvin Hagler and Jermall Charlo, such fucking striking similarities, man. So, and as people, they're practically identical.
Well, they're quite moody, I suppose.
Fucking War Charlo.
He's classy in that art, man, isn't he? There's definitely something not quite connecting, I think.
He was doing rap videos. He was doing a rap video, and he's walking down the road in this fucking video, and he's actually carrying a bottle of Hennessy. But what people didn't realise, it's not a litre bottle. It's like a fucking quarter bottle he's carrying about with him. It's like fucking like cost you about fucking $10 or some shit.
He was doing the pads, Andy, last time I saw him, saying he was training because he thought he could fight for a Commonwealth title or something.
Well, I didn't want to mock the afflicted, but there's certainly something special going on there. Like,
well, maybe he was just skimping on the big spending because he owes so many people money on the Wilder story fight.
That's right. He welched on a few bets, didn't he? Untrustworthy. That was snidey,
Can't have a welcher.
No, good old art man. Mighty Max has been nominated here by Brian King, Andy. He said if Terence Crawford goes undisputed at 147 and 154, making him a 3-weight undisputed champion, he may just very well be greater than Floyd.
Fucking hell, man.
Tell you what, right? He's not greater than Floyd.
That,
but would you give Crawford a shot at 47 of beating Floyd? Or at 40?
Some fight.
Yes.
Some fight.
Yeah. Definitely at 147. It would be a good fight.
I'm surprised, Steve, that you'd say such a thing considering your terrible opinions on Terence Crawford over the years.
I have made my opinions quite clear, Matthew. Not Crawford's talent. It's his resume of fighter that annoys me, not his ability. Which even further frustrates me that he's fought nobody. I'm not going to go on this rabbit hole now. You're not going to bait me in. You're not going to bait me in. You're not going to bait me in. Moving on.
I'm trying to get your blood pressure up, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're like, goddamn son of a bitch.
I ain't going to sleep tonight.
Don't roll me up now. Tabraiz Akram has been nominated by Ian along with many other people. I think Del Boy is a nightmare for Wilder. Del Boy Trotter. Oh,
fucking hell, man. I mean, honestly, Wilder will get his wish having a body on his record if he fights Del Boy, by the way.
Jesus.
Fucking 100%.
We got to be honest, yeah. We got to be honest.
Yeah. What is wrong with
I hope we fucking die. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, obviously, we've not seen Wilder since the Fury fight, so we just don't know what he's all about at this point, mentally.
Could see that fight happening, though. You could see that
happening. Yeah, you could do.
Easily.
Comeback fight. Del's all about the paydays these days. He's wanting to fight anybody for the payday. But at what cost, though, man? He's fucking.
I'd like to see Wilder versus Ruiz. Wilder versus Ruiz is a great fight, I think.
Fuck
no. Andy Ruiz.
John Ruiz.
Fuck no, man. I'd rather see John Ruiz than fucking Andy Ruiz, man.
No, I think that's.
You'd be incredibly quiet after that fight.
Andy Ruiz, though, has anyone not capitalised on winning the heavyweight championship of the world as effectively as him in recent years? I mean,
you really go.
Depends on how much you love tacos.
Yeah,
it was Buster Douglas proportions of fucking not giving a shit, wasn't it? Like,
in recent years, I mean, God.
Douglas put himself in a diabetic coma. He fucking ate that much, man.
Ruiz tried.
Yeah, I remember seeing Ruiz on a chat show, and the fight wasn't that far out. Like, and he was fat as fuck. I was like. And there was rumors flying that he wasn't training. And I was looking at him and I was going, man, like any day, just fucking take the gold chain off you, say goodbye to Jimmy Fallon and get back in the fucking gym for another 6 months. The world is going to be yours. Like, he was like, nah, I'm going to fucking.
See, when he fought Joshua in Saudi, when he hit the scales, it was 292. I was that shocked. I was making excuses for him. I was like, he's got to be wearing like ankle weights or stuff in his pocket for fuck's sake.
Yeah, we thought he was in the wind-up, didn't he? We couldn't believe he was only 300 fucking bills going.
No, he's really that fat.
Has he got a bulletproof vest on there? He didn't have a t-shirt on at the time. He's got a bulletproof vest on there. It's got to have.
And then remember they derobed him then in the ring, and you're like, oh fuck,
shit. Well, like I got this complete because guys were trolling me. I was like. Okay, I got it wrong. Like, I was like, "There's no way, absolutely no way that he could have just sold his title like that, looking that way." I couldn't believe it. £290, fucking Jesus, diabetes.
Diabetes. Johnny Nelson's on the wind-up again here, talking about Ben Whittaker. I'm so excited to follow this young fighter's story. This fighter is mixed between Floyd Mayweather and early David Haye, Prince Nassim Hamed. No pressure then, Rob.
What a weird mix of fucking styles as well. If you just said Mayweather and Hamed, you might fucking David Haye as well. Why is he getting thrown in the mix? Like,
see, this is what I'm saying. It pisses you off, man. You got a young fighter.
Shagan Reid Order. Is he
he's even turned
Ben Whittaker?
He's not even turned pro yet, right? And he's already getting fucking like mixed. He's getting told he's a hybrid Floyd, David Haye, Prince Nassim Hamed. How the fuck is that possible? Let the guy be himself. Why is he going to be a fucking Floyd? Why is he going to be David Haye? Look, he did the fucking Adrian Brunner all these years. Oh, he's the Floyd Mayweather heir apparent. No, he's not. I fucking told you for years he wasn't. He didn't listen to me, but it fucking ended up being true. Give the guy a chance. Fucking hell.
He's a bad troll, isn't he? Cocaine Dawkins nominated Billy Dibb. Billy's thrown his hat into the ring 3 years after losing to Amir Khan, who's recently retired. Billy says if George Kambosos defeats real Devon Haney on June the 5th, he and I could set up an all-Australian showdown for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. It will be the first and probably the last time something like this could happen for two Australians. Now that's history. No. Put that in the past, I think, Andy, Billy.
Yeah.
If you go
Billy,
forward with... Go ahead, Rob.
Somebody else knocking on the door there, mate. I think you know who he is. He's a priest, you know. Yeah.
Divine intervention coming for you, Billy boy.
If this is what you end up with, it definitely should be the first and last time that it ever happens.
So he's not fought in how long now? When was that Can fight? 3-4 years ago?
2019.
Fucking Jesus, man. I've got one as well. I've got one coming for Devon Haney as well.
He moved up like 4 weight classes to fight.
Great bunch of lads, the Australians, aren't they?
Aye.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Bantered in there like Paul Gallen going the distance in the Australian title fight. Fucking hell.
Oh. Next one here from Paul Baker, nominating Kingpin Boxing.
Where's Danny when you need him?
What about this then? Astrid Wett versus Elle Brook. One of them's a porn star. The first ever co-main women's influencer boxing fight. Who will come out on top?
I think they're both porn stars.
Come on. Come on.
They're both porn stars. I've had a look at their box recs, the two of them, to see how their resumes stack up against each other. There's not much in it. It's a very tight one.
Rob doing the research.
They've actually missed. He's probably been on X-Hamster and RedTube trying to get on the load.
Only box rec.
Trying to get the reach, the vital statistics. Like it's a B or a C cup type thing, you know.
Who's going to come out underneath?
They've missed a trick here.
I don't know, but I want to see Baumgartner get the winner.
I'm saying they need to have they've missed a trick here where actually advertise this. They need to have the hashtag who comes out on top. Or who comes on top, basically. That's
it. You need boxing asylum in the marketing department for this, certainly. Donnie's leading the fucking legal papers as we speak.
Setting it all up for us. I think it's on sale soon. I'll tell you what, if it was maybe like, say, like a, you know, what's her name?
Who said they should call it Fists of Fury?
That was big, eh?
Finger blasting.
That one's too forced. The other one was good.
Matty, you're going to have to break this fight down on your chicks with dicks.
It's weird because the other one would be a lot more forced, actually.
I can't wait, mate. I can't wait for you to break it down. I'm going to listen to that one, actually.
I don't think I'll be breaking this one down, Andy. So, I tend to stick to the upcoming title fights.
The 24/7 beforehand is going to be immense.
I'm looking forward to this. How can you watch
this?
What's the stage
Judy
name
doing the ring card girl?
She should be like.
Yeah, should be. Oh dear. Right, let's move on quickly, shall we? David Avanesian is ready for anyone, says Frank Warren. Stephen's not impressed. He said lack of head movement and unrealistic combinations. Conor Ben would smash that kid. James Becker's nominated him for that one.
Well, then make the fight.
Yeah, make the fight. Make the fight, Tommy.
Jerome Ennis is running scared for Conor Ben. By did you hear that story?
Yeah, I can believe.
What's unrealistic combinations, by the way? If he's fucking throwing them, are they not real?
He's throwing a hook at the bag. What the fuck is it? It's unrealistic. How's that unrealistic shot? It's a left hook he's throwing there. What's going on? How's that unrealistic?
Yeah, Andy, talking to Jerome Ennis, someone in the boxing
simulations to the metaverse.
Someone in the Boxing Nutters group said last night Jerome Ennis had on the front of his shorts "Catch a Body" and on the back of his shorts "R.I.P. Grandma."
Grandma, yeah, that's right.
Too related.
yeah. I didn't want I didn't want to throw the shit amongst the pigeons here, but look at Avanesian's trainers. Is that New Balance or is that the Russian Z on his shoes? By the way?
I think it's
Tell you
New
what, I wouldn't be fucking volunteering to tell Boots Ennis he was up for Bellew of the week because of his RIP Grandmaster odds, would you?
Oh. Even Conor McGregor would tell him
low
that.
is one thing, but you know.
Oh gosh. Right, next few. Final few. Here's a good one. Ron Lewis tweeted out, my French is a bit rusty, but think it was 116, 112, 115, 113, 114, 114, Yoka Bacoli. Guillermo Quitondo says, yeah, Ron, French must be very rusty considering it was a fucking 10-rounder.
Leron
did he
Lewis
hear
there,
then?
taking his L.
What did they hear? Because he even deleted the tweet.
Oh, that was a cracker, that one.
Fucking brilliant.
I
Good
can't
old
even
Ron
remember
Lewis.
how to say the monkey is on the branch.
I got to hear Eddie Izzard. That's what I was thinking of as well.
Whoa, Yoka Bacoli.
What the fuck is that?
Bivol jab counter, box
Camel
out.
hat in between fights.
It looks like that wee guy out of WWE. What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know what his name is either.
It does look a bit like Hatton in the 24/7 for Floyd. We know you're a good fighter, Floyd. You told us.
This is apparently the guy singing the national anthem for the YouTuber event got nervous and started over. This is his attempt number 3 now.
Oh, is this a thriller? It's a thriller event, mate.
No, I don't know. YouTuber event. Apparently.
Oh, brilliant,
If
mate.
you
I'll
think
tell
the
you,
number of times he's
this-
had to restart the national anthem is bad, you should know how many times he's fucking started dieting again.
I'm surprised he never had a heart attack through cholesterol trying to get fucking through that.
Did he have to restart because he was out of breath in the first 2 goals? Or
Gas,
I tell you what, this
gas
chap
in
is
air,
lucky.
Eddie auctioning.
He's lucky Ozzy's not on the pod because Ozzy would be appalled at that fella in this
Fucking
physical
state
shape.
of him.
It's an absolute disgrace.
That hair's appalling, mate. That's appalling hair.
I fancy coming in that shape.
Chippy tits.
Yes,
Look at this one.
Cougs with his mate. What do you call this fellow again? Everything.
Darshan,
boxing,
I
isn't
give
it?
him.
Darshan, isn't it?
I looked at
Is
that
he-
picture. Is Darshan in fucking in traction here, by the way? Has he got a fucking body vest? Or, I don't know what it is. Is there something wrong with his back? He's getting straightened out. And
A
what's
lot
that
of fellas
thing
that
he's
take
got?
photographs with Coogan have some kind of vest on them. All right, so
I'm
maybe.
gonna say bulletproof. innit? Oh dear.
Oh,
Imagine being
fucking
seen
looks
on a
like milk
photo
tray.
with Cougar.
I tell you what, Coogan's not getting that fucking that goatee beard seen professionally, isn't he? Eh?
Mid tray
Fucking
man
sculpt-
reboot.
it's
Shite.
Fucking
Absolute
sculpted
shite.
onto him there.
Coogan's just going to give us an end of a fiver, mate.
I got a water bill to pay next week.
The
Look at
lads.
his leg. Is his legs bent, by the way? Aye, look at his left leg there. There you go. See?
Poor Cougs. Dalwa
Hey,
Islam.
what,
has
man?
been-
He's
Go on.
actually, sorry, mate. Go and go back to just briefly. That's
Yeah.
that's how poor Coogan is these days. He's wearing fucking ripped jeans. Look at the state of them. Fucking poor cunt, man. Somebody needs to sub him some money.
People pay extra for that shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
Exactly,
Man.
mate.
And I saw, man, you know people pay $2,000 for a pair of Japanese fucking denim jeans? It's fucking insane. Just because they use real indigo.
There we are. Fashion Asylum. Mike Coppinger tweeting out about the NSKO. Dalwa Islam wasn't impressed. He said, looked like a dive. I want to see the replay. James.
Yeah, I said that. The YouTube comments were awash, but that's a dive. Look at
Dived
me,
under a
Graves.
right hander.
Say it was a dive. Poor fella couldn't even stand up straight.
Apparently, because he was smiling, that was proof that he actually took a dive. He wanted no smoke from young boots. Apparently,
He's smiling because
That's-
he'd been rewired.
That's one of them smiles that you do when you don't know what the fuck hits you. It's like, oh,
That's
Ah,
what
yeah.
I said, Rob.
You're
He
like,
was
you
like,
know,
where the fuck am I?
you know, you
No.
look like I got caught there, but he was probably fully aware of what was going on, but the body just wouldn't
Yeah,
react to his fucking
That's
brain,
exactly what
basically.
it was. Yeah.
You know.
If you want to see a dive in the most literal fashion possible, watch Paul Williams against Kermit Cintrone.
Right out the ring, too.
That's a dive.
or,
Right out the ring on that stretcher.
Michael
like,
Gomez
I'm Greg
versus fucking Peter
Louganis.
McDonough.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Steve Collins never got work on RTE again, did he? Because he said that he threw the fight.
What gave him that impression?
He was ahead of his time, I think, wasn't he? When it comes to scandals. Moving on. Boxing Social, nomination for the scorecards in the Bacoli fight. Billy Nelson there alongside Mr. Bacoli. Terry Woodfine was having a go at Josh Kelly and his moves in the ring. He said the state of that. Remember when we had the Matchroom mob telling us that this was the second coming of Roy Jones? Liam Dole wasn't impressed. He said nobody, literally nobody said that. Until they dug out a tweet by Tom Abella. Closest thing to Roy Jones is Josh Kelly, May 2019.
Twitter never forgets, mate. It never forgets. Triple left hook Kelly. I tell you what, see, he's gone up to 147 right after getting thrashed off Avanesium. He can't make 154 now. That career's fucking...
Yeah, it's done.
Big. It's done now, mate. It's going to be. And then once Eddie's fucked you off, you go to Channel 5 and you can't be arsed making weight. And Adam Booth coming out saying with the fucking excuse, oh, well, we notified them a week before that we were going to want the fight at 157. Nobody gave him the memo. But Booth's had fucking previous for fucking trying to get some stuff changed behind the scenes. And let's not fucking forget as well about the supposed illness that mysteriously appeared after a fucking weigh-in. What was that fight?
Kelly Avanesian?
Aye, fucking, and it never got made. What happens? Eventually it gets fucking seen in the end, but...
He used to ditch the dark fraud, man. He's all over the place with his daft fucking monologues and stuff. He's shot
Go to Adam Booth.
What do they want to fight 157
Adam Booth
for,
moment, by the way?
Aye, if you tell
just
someone,
move
oh,
up
it's
to 60,
157 pounds, and they say, no thanks, that's not an agreement. You haven't made an agreement with the person. They said no.
It's in the contract that you got it in writing. If you got a response, if you say, no, you haven't, you're fucked. Fucking, honestly, man, these cunts, I think Booth, as I said, he had previous for like overprotecting his fighters, trying to get them fights over the, what do you call them, over the weight fights, basically. Just basically means he doesn't need to make the weight or kill himself trying to make it. But doesn't it bode well if he can't make 154, literally a year after moving up in weight?
When he brought Andy Lee down to light middleweight, that was it for me. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing, man? What is he doing?
Terrible, yeah, he looked terrible.
Oh,
horrible.
He's like a metaskeleton.
It was a fight in Denmark, wasn't it?
Floyd was going to use him to pay for something.
Was that, and I believe the Jackson fight was at 54 as well. That's why he's all over the place at the stop. He was getting fucking dropped all over the shop in the first couple of rounds because he's completely depleted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the John Jackson. Right, final few. Oh, here we are. In fact, we've just covered it there. Adam Booth, to clarify, Josh Kelly did not come in overweight. More than 2 weeks prior, I agreed with the promoter the weight of 157 pounds for Josh. The opponent wasn't told then about the weight. He continually refused to agree, yet still weighed in, having known the entire time at Channel 5 Sport.
Who's the promoter then?
Sauerland, I imagine.
So, what did Callie say? Did anybody catch his comments in?
I don't know, he's probably spaced out, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably. Look at my picture, mate. He's fucking strung out like Tony Montana.
I cut in 157. I thought you meant something else, Adam.
I think he's cutting 157 keys, I think, mate, to be honest with
you. Cutting it nice and easy.
Making it into some nice council stuff, you know.
Tom Khan on the BBC Breakfast. Never going to walk into a gym again for a couple of weeks. Never failed. He's class in the here, man. He's giving us so many good moments out and in the ring.
He needs to get onto the Apollo Theatre, man. Get on the comedy circuit. That's what he needs to do.
You see, he was out in Dubai during the week, and he stopped Floyd for a photo, didn't he? Like, and he was all excited that he had Floyd in the picture. Like, and Mayweather was looking at him like as if he fucking didn't really know who he was. I was just expecting him to just go, you know, you're a hell of a fighter. We in Dubai. You're a hell of a fighter. I'm a hell of a fighter. Make smart investments and move on. You know what I mean?
I'm 15-0, baby.
Floyd probably thought he was back at the signing session again.
I'm the great one because I'm so great. The great room.
Matty, you sent this one in to me.
Holy shit! What is that?
See, I've been searching day and night for this guy's name, but he's a Triller executive. This is from the card last night, and I think he was heavily influenced by the hairstyles in the Hunger Games.
It was like an angel
fucking
there, isn't it?
The hair like a fucking donut.
Looks like fucking
Drago.
Yeah, I thought I'd have the Drago. I would break him.
But like, there's a hole in there. Like, the hair from the center is like pulled up to create this fortified ring. It looks like he's trying to like catch. It looks like a bird's nest. Are there eggs in there? Is a robin going to come and land on this man's head?
Real? Is it
But it's Triller. Who knows?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
He has a haircut of a fella that'd be in the pub on his own in Ireland that'd just come over to your table and start telling you about fights he had in the fucking 80s. He hasn't moved on from here smoking a fag. I fucking cracked him, man. You want to see me? Cracked him.
He must do some gigabit, yeah.
We'll wish him well. All right, final couple of videos. This one was sent in. It was taken from the Zone during the Serrano-Taylor fight. Eddie and that prick Jake Paul getting involved.
Is that what these man bags look like these days, by the way?
Fucking Eddie's looking well, isn't he? Bow tie killer or the problem child. He's like there.
I love how enthusiastic he was, man. I think that was fucking great.
I tell you what, right? If that's what where having all the money in the world gets you, I don't want to have it.
He's wearing that for a bet, surely. Fuck it. Fuck me, man.
Bow tie killer and problem child cracker. Oh, good old Eddie. And the final one I've got is Eddie again. I think he's talking about Canelo's future plans after he meets Dimitri Bivol. Not sure how that went. Maybe someone will let me know in the future.
Ready in November, December. So what are you doing with Yard? You're going to wait a year for a fight. And by the way, guess what's going to happen to the winner of BOTW against Joe Smith? They're going to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed 175-pound title that every sanctioning body's going to say yes to.
No.
Evening, Ed.
Evening, Eddie. Legs are shaky, Eddie. Legs are shaky.
Oh,
Bean's giving it to him this week as well, isn't he?
Was
he?
he?
You left us with nothing. Yeah, you left us with nothing. What are you complaining about for? You left us with nothing, he said to him. An emphatic Bean Skyle, and Bean will never forget that. So,
where will we?
Good old Bean. That is all the ones that I have got. Matty, I know you sent the Jermall Charlo in to me. Do you have any more to add into the mix?
Nope, just those two this week.
Okie dokie. Any from you to throw into the pot, Andy?
Yeah, Yildirim got knocked out there on fucking, I think it was Friday or Saturday night. Got dropped 3 times, I believe.
He's on fumes, Yildirim, these days, isn't he?
He's been fighting quite regular, actually, to be honest.
Didn't he fight Canelo? Why did he piss off?
15 months ago. 15 months ago.
Didn't he fucking just retire after that? He surely got the bag with the Canelo fight. Fuck's sake.
I know.
Mr. Roboto.
I'm going to put one in for Eddie again. De La Hoya's fucking really kind of pitting it to him. He says, the fact that the promoter of this event pushed Bivol on Canelo, it was the dumbest fucking move in boxing history. It's not knowing boxing. It was that fucking stupid move. Whoever allowed Canelo to fight Bivol, I would never have allowed Canelo to fight Bivol, De La Hoya said to Lance Pugmire of USA Today. Look exactly what happened. Canelo's at the top of the world. He's the king. Why fight a guy that Canelo fights 10 times and he loses 10 times to? He has nothing to gain, nothing to win. Nobody fucking knew Bivol. Evening, Edward.
Delivered with a fucking large fucking portion of salt there from Oscar on top of it. Get into you.
But we'll love him even the more for sticking it to Mr. Hearn, though, Rob.
Tell you what, like that's you got to agree, like you got to agree. Who the fuck? Like that looks like the worst decision of all time. That's what I'm saying. You got your channel is now your app. Sorry, is now dependent on Anthony Joshua beating Usyk and Canelo beating Bivol in a rematch, or else you're up shit's creek, dude. Evening, Edward.
Evening, mate. And one more for me, Steve. One for Jeff Mayweather. Right? So apparently Jeff trained Devin Haney for like 9 years as an amateur or whatever it was. Anyway, Jeff Mayweather apparently picking Kambosos to beat Haney. I think it's purely because the fight's done in Australia or whatever. Anyway, Devin Haney's seen this tweet and he's just retweeted it by saying, fucking hater.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I've put one in for Jeff Mayweather. Well, I suppose Devin Haney for calling it Jeff Mayweather. So that's all I've got this week, mate. Oh, sorry, the judges in France last night as well. Fucking disgraceful.
Yeah,
absolutely. I was going to say that.
Absolutely. Rob, any from you, please? Anybody of the week's, Rob?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was trying to. It's raining here, so I was trying to touch the fucking mic to unmute it, and it wasn't happening.
I thought that was Sid James for a second then.
Like trying to get in the back of Windsor's pants.
As I said.
Raining in Ireland, you don't say.
Oh, yeah. Shock horror in May. Yeah, I had one now. You have to fucking make me forget it. What is it?
Mine is for Rob for being in the rain with his phone.
Who the fuck was it? Oh, shit. I'm going to have to come back to it.
That's okay. We'll run through them, Rob, and if you remember it, you can throw it in. And if you don't, you can't.
I bet you I'll get it in the post-fight pod. Like always. Oh, yeah. No, I got it. No, yo. It was, I don't know, I should have clipped it because I just had too much shit on this week to do it. But there's a clip of Malignaggi, I think with IFL or one of them, talking about the result from Bivol and Canelo and talking about the scorecard. And for a minute, he just morphs into Aussie, but he's doing his own voice. And he's like, I don't understand how the scorecards are not 8-4 to Canelo, 9-3 to Bivol. They had a 4-zip down. And he goes, it's an absolute disgrace. It's just the very same way as Aussie says it, like the perfect time when I want to fucking morph them into one, like if I was so inclined. But yeah, I was personally on the fucking deck the minute I heard it, burst out laughing, like just couldn't stop thinking of Aussie and Paulie Malignaggi at the same time.
Oh, I thought he was going to say records are for DJs or something.
Oh, it would have been brilliant. We'll try and get a clip of that one. This guy's a fucking chippy tits. But it's an absolute disgrace.
Oh, gosh. Any more from you, Rob?
No, that's it. I can't unmute the fucking mic now. You're just going to have to let me hang in there for the whole fucking thing.
That's okay. We love having you. Right, let's have a quick recap then before we do our picks. Ryan Garcia got a nomination, so did Edward Hearn. Campbell Hatton for the next James Bond. It's Eddie again. The ABO Jaguar Intercontinental title. Jermall Charlo, for comparing his power to Hagler and Hearns put together. Mighty Max for talking about Bud. Akram for wanting Del Boy to get killed by Wilder. Johnny Nelson talking about Ben Whittaker. Billy Dibb for wanting to get smashed up by Kambosos Haney winner. The two porn stars there. David Avanesian and Stephen getting a nomination. Ron Lewis for getting his French a bit rusty. Ricky Hatton lookalike for struggling to do the national anthem. Cougs and his pal there. The guy who said that Custio Clayton took a dive. The judges in the French fight. Terry Woodfine arguing with this guy talking about Roy Jones and Josh Kelly. Adam Booth for his part in the whole shenanigans. Carl on BBC Breakfast. And finally, this guy with the bird's nest haircut. Shout out to our videos. 2 or 3 for Eddie there, actually. I tell you what, Eddie's put in a strong week this week. Andy, who are you going for?
I've got to go for Eddie, mate, to be honest with you. He's been all over the place. It's been great to see, actually. Fantastic to see. And as Rob says, he is one heavyweight title fight away from fucking losing his biggest fucking cash cow as well. So, even Ed.
Poor fella, man. He's had a nightmare with Canelo as well. He's been involved with the biggest fighter in the world. And during that time, he served up Rocky Fielding, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, all of which completely shit the bed. Him. Then Canelo goes over to Showtime to unify for Undisputed against Caleb Plant in a massive fight that gets made even bigger when they're fighting at the weigh-in. And then he goes back over to DAZN to get upset by Dimitri Bivol. He couldn't script it.
Are you enjoying this, Stephen? Because I'm fucking loving it.
What a turn up for event. What a turn up for the books that is for Eddie. Taking over the US market.
Even
no fights.
No
fights for me either, by the way.
Yeah. If anyone loses, there's going to be no fights for me. That's what he's going to be saying next. There'll be no fights for me on DAZN. No, literally. There'll be no fights left for me.
Imagine Oscar, with his shit stable actually outlasting Hearn on the zone. Holy shit, man.
I keep forgetting Oscar even still has a stable. I just picture that now that he's in retirement, running around with his new mat, like that's had all the fights with him, and that he's not really actively promoting.
Eddie for you then, Andy?
Eddie for me, mate.
I'm going for Eddie as well. Crimea River says Cal Cheds. Are you going for
Crimea River?
I think you got to go for Eddie, that poor son of a bitch.
3 for Eddie. Rob, who are you going for?
Eddie.
I think Vengeance is up there with a strong contender for fucking legacy purposes, but no, it's got to be Eddie, hasn't it? Like, it's got to be Eddie. Shoulder punches and all that. Shoulder punches count. Shut up, man. You know they don't count. Like, fucking Egypt. But he's having a rough week, man. His close personal friends are taking L's all over the place. So fucking, do you know what I mean? His close personal friend of Canelo's got to upset him. So you expect him to be emotional at a time like this. They're so close.
Exactly. See when you're close to someone and you get emotional. Do you think when Eddie walked out when he got home, he actually seen that picture of him and Saul Canelo Alvarez on his mantelpiece and just put it face down? He was too upset to look at him and his wee pal getting slapped about like a ginger-headed stepchild. Oh, sorry, yes, Ginger. Sorry, aye. You know what I'm saying? Ethan Ed. It's only banter at the end of the day, guys. Isn't it?
We all love Canelo. We love Canelo as fighters. We love Bivol as a fighter, but
he puts a lot of money in our pockets, by that's why we love him.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
It's been a rough week for Eddie, but congratulations, sir. You have won the Bellew of the Week for episode 474.